Greetings from Bulgaria, I'm Volk, and I would like today to show you my first kill at level 65 or after 4.0 of Commander Vorgath, the third boss in Explosive Conflict on the Nova Nightmare mode. For those of you who remember the fight from the level 50 days when the operation was originally released and created for, there is pretty much almost nothing different except for a little bit narrower or tighter enrage timer. We always do the left corridor because of the knockbacks and because unfortunately BioWare created this as a mechanic in Nightmare mode. There is no other option. I believe there was a possibility to go on the right side, but actually it's longer, and due to the enrage timer being so short, we want to pick the shortest route, obviously. There are two options. Either the tank should hug the wall and everybody else stay behind, but that's a little bit scary if the tank loses aggro. So we choose the method where everybody hugs the wall in case of a random knockback, and if the tank loses aggro, the droid will not turn around and knock back anybody into the minefield. The tactics are very similar to level 50. You might be surprised why again am I playing Watchman. These hiccups or freezing for a couple of seconds happened 3 times during the video, and I offer you my apologies. I don't know what and why happens, but in this video you will have to bear with these things for 3 times. I'm playing Watchman because of the narrow or short enrage timer in the end when we're actually fighting the boss. My preferred choice again was combat here, and we were doing very fine, but after we enraged the boss, I decided, let's see if I can squeeze a little bit more DPS in on a single target with Watchman. And yes, it turns out that it's very possible because the big Imperial Demolition Probe, the big droid, has more than enough HP for me to use Watchman dots. And spreading the dots onto the smaller targets is actually not also such a bad idea. The tactics. Everybody goes onto the left corridor, as I've said already. We do have a tank upstairs in the tower. I cannot really describe in details what happens in the tower because for me to do that I would have to show you. Basically, if you've never been up there, the tank is the one clicking buttons on a table of some sort, and he has to unlock these red squares for us. To do that, he needs to click on all of them, and some of them would randomly turn red, some of them would randomly turn green. Those that turn green stay green. Those that turn red needs to be turned green. We're doing this by, after killing the droid, the person who lands the killing blow has the opportunity to go and deactivate the minefield square, because they are marked with some kind of an orange-ish special big mark above their head. You're going to see that in a moment, I suppose. A channel in the middle of the square for a few seconds, and after that the field turns green. It doesn't stay green forever though. Only the ones that are natural green stay green. The tank turns it orange. Only when it turns orange can it be diffused. We have to do that with the smallest possible time spent, because after a while the turrets on the minefield will enrage as well. The enrage timer on the demolition probe alone is also very tight, which means we again need kind of a good boost over there. The range DPS needs to take care of the assassin adds that spawn because they explode and kill people if they go in melee range to the group. The other smaller normal Imperial Trooper mobs are kind of harmless. There is the second screen freeze hiccup. There are several of the big droids available on the field. When the tank goes on the field to search and spawn one of these probes, he knows their positions because they are constant, and he always spawns the drone or the probe closest to the group. When the last green field is activated green, one of us has to go and click or destroy this thing, and then we go on to the real boss fight, because all of this apparently is just a preparation. Clearing off the adds that do not respawn is quick and easy. The tank jumps down onto the field and runs quickly to the group. And you can see in the back of the screen over there on the last green field at the moment the last 2 assassin droids. This red circle is a mechanic from the boss that happens every so often, and all we need to do is just make sure that the player who has it runs away from the group, otherwise it's a massive damage to everybody inside the red circle. Very easy to avoid though. Vorgath changes target constantly. I cannot say if it's every 10 or so seconds, but the tanks need to be sure that they have a taunt available, because otherwise the other people in the group, usually DPS, will take massive hits. When the turrets spawn, I don't know if it's based on percentage, I don't remember that anymore. For us, as you can see, it happened on about 75-ish% on the boss's HP. When the turrets spawn, you have to clear off the left and the right turret closest to the group, because the far ones do not reach the boss if you stay where we stay. The boss doesn't move, and everybody else, including DPS and healers, should be on the side of the exit from the area. We were doing this with only one hero available, due to our second one taking a hit and falling. So you can imagine the healing is not exactly that tough. It's the enrage timer that is. I can't remember ever facing enrage timer on Vorgath. I've faced enrage timer on the minefield plenty of times at level 50, but I cannot remember that happening to me, at least, on the boss itself. It's nice to see new things in an old operation 4 years after its release. Third, and I promised, last hiccup for the video. I don't really have anything more to add. There might be more mechanics that I forgot or skipped, or just didn't explain in great detail. But after all, this is supposed to be a quick guide video, not a very thorough one. Plus, it's an old operation, most of you have probably already seen and done this, at least, if not now, at least at level 50. The fight is more challenging than what it was at 50, that's for sure. BioWare created very nice fake challenges for everything Nightmare at level 65. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like it and leave a comment. Let me know what did you think. Are you excited to see the Kefes one? I'm too. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website vorgath.com for daily videos and news, and stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.